Hey, it's Brian Wright, and I am dealing with an issue that I get asked quite a bit, and that is how do you rebut the customer that says they can't afford, your product or service? And the main issue there is 90% of that can be eliminated by just understanding who your real customer is. Because if you're dealing with your real customer with a service or a product that they are in need of, they're not going to tell you they can't afford it because you hit them, the nail right on the head on that one. It's being specific and doing your homework and not wasting your time targeting too general of an audience so that you have to like sift through the responses. You should really be hitting the people that can afford your product, that can actually benefit from it, and are going to do it, because that's how we're going to take something and create a long-term customer. You have to develop a rapport with them, and the number one thing is having the proper rapport by starting the relationship correctly, by being appropriate for each other. So if you're offering a high-ticket item that only a certain segment of the population can afford, that's the only segment of the population you should be speaking to. You're not going to waste your time talking to people that can't afford your product, because then again, they're just going to say, I can't afford it. You're going to say, yes, you can, and try and talk them into it. But at the end of the day, they really can't. So even if you did convert them, you're going to be taking money that they really don't have for it and creating a negative experience. And if you really want to be an ethical business person, you're going to take the proper priced item and give it to someone that can afford it in a way that's going to benefit them, so that you're going to have a long-term relationship. You see how that works? Can they afford it? Can they do it? Are they going to benefit from them? If you can answer those three things in a positive way, then you've got something going for yourself. But if they can't afford it, don't ask them to try. If they physically can't do it, don't take their money. If they're not going to benefit from it, why get involved in the first place? You might be trying to make a short buck on something, but that's only going to get you today. But if you want to create a long-term relationship, that's something that's going to develop confidence, so people are going to consistently invest in you, and you're not going to have to keep coming up with the get-rich-quick schemes over and over and over again, and you're going to create a consistent income. This is how you have to do it. Seriously. Those three things are the key. Can they afford it? Can they do it? Are they going to benefit from it? If you can answer them appropriately, you're good. And then you're not going to have to deal with the rebuttals all the time. You're going to have to have rebuttals here and there. And quite honestly, if you're speaking to someone correctly, they're going to give you the firepower you need when they say they can't afford it to actually tell them that they can. In the high income bracket, you don't deal with this so much. They either get it or they don't. It fits into what they're looking for. It doesn't. It's pretty cut and dry. It's usually not about money. It's about, time and benefit. But if you're dealing with medium and low income people, there really is a dollar factor there at times. But again, if it's a product that they're going to benefit from, well, then you have to talk to them in a way to get to understand, well, will that benefit save them money on one end so they can afford your product on this end? And if that can happen, then you're good. Then you can bridge it together, and then you're going to, get that sale, create benefit for the person, get their trust and faith, and then create a long-term relationship. If you really can't, monetize the benefit in a way that justifies the expense today, don't do it. Don't do it. That's just the ethical part of it. So if you have any kind of, solid moral compass, you should be staying away from that. So again, just going to say one more time, can they afford it? Can they physically do it? Will they benefit from it? Focus on those things. And again, you really just have to talk to people, and you have to target the right people. Okay? Have a good day.